and part it down to about behind her ear. And you do it on both sides, so it should be kind of a ring around the top of her head. And then what you're going to do is you're going to take a small section. Again, her hair's kind of teased right now, but a small section about this size, and you want to go down the part. So you want to get it from both sides. And you're going to hairspray it and just tease. And what I like to do is when you're teasing, you just push down. Don't try and go up and down, just down, 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 down. And it should stand up something like this. And I like to leave a little bit of fresh hair on the end because you're going to pin that back later. And then you're going to go all the way down her part, doing that same exact thing. And you just hairspray each time.
She's so good at it. She can do it facing the...
And you want to make sure that you get from both sides of the part, so that way when the hair is brushed back in the poof, it doesn't split, which will make sense later.
Thank y'all.
Thank you. And once you get to this front section, what I like to do is brush it smooth in the front, and I just spray the back of it, and I only tease the back, and I do a little bit of tease close to the head. So that way you can brush it, and it is smooth in the front, like that. And then you're gonna go around and do the exact same thing on the sides. Just take it in a section, spray it, and tease. Spread and tease. And again, when you get to this front, just spray a little bit, tease, and brush it to where it's smooth. So once she's all the way teased, it should look something like this, kind of like a halo. And what I do is I take it, and I gather all the hair in one hand, and I'm just gonna smooth it with my comb. And what I recommend is you wanna brush it smooth, but make sure you don't brush so hard that you brush out the tease underneath. So I just lightly comb it and just smooth it out with my hands. And don't be afraid to flatten it because the tease will poof back up. But you really want it to have that clean, sleek look from the outside. Thank you.
It's easier to do on the head, on the body.
Not a head that moves.
Okay, and then I just flatten it all the way out. And I'm gonna gather in one hand, and I find it easiest just to kind of twist it just so I can get a good grip on it. And you just push up. And you want it to sit right on the top of her head, not back here. And then you're gonna take your bobby pins, and I always just stick in 2 to begin with. Just get into the poof in an X shape. Like this. And then I like to look at it and see if maybe she has a spot that's a little flat or misshapen, and you can just stick your comb in and kind of pull it out and reshape it the way you like it. And then I just go in and finish the pins in the same X shape. And when you're done, she should be able to shake her head and do a hair flip, and the poof won't move.
How many pins do you think you'll probably put in, like in a real head?
It really depends. At least 10.
At least 10?
At least 10. For super thick hair, it's definitely closer to 20, which sounds like a lot, but if you just do this X, it'll add up really quickly. And I like to go in and do the sides as well, just to make sure those are secure and really tight. So I'll just take this side and kind of pull it up and pin that. And I always do it in an X shape just to make sure it's secure. It's okay if it doesn't look beautiful from the back because no one's gonna see it,
No one's gonna see it.
especially with all the curls. Just do your X shape. And then you can do any more adjusting you like.
Like I saw various teachers out in the pot today, and I was like, oh,
And then you can just spray the front of it.
Now I notice that you are like about 10 inches away from when you're spraying.
Yes.
okay.
You want a light, you want to spray not super close because you don't want it to be wet. So you want just a light mist.
Okay.
And then just pat it so it's smooth. It's a poof.
Looks great.